Hey, what's up? Thanks for joining me on Moment of Clarity. Please take a second to share this. Let people know some very good news about the lawsuit against states that have tried to basically, they're on the cusp of trying to make it illegal to support BDS, boycott, divest, and sanction Israel, which has had a huge impact on Israel's ability to continue to have their apartheid state, their ability to put out their propaganda that they are somehow, under great threat from the people who live in an open air prison and occasionally throw rocks at them. So that propaganda has seen a big hit thanks to BDS, I think, and many activists on the ground. Has to do with a friend of mine, and that is Abby Martin. Some of you might have heard, I mentioned it before. I talked to her about it. I had her on this live stream not that long ago, and Abby Martin was going to speak in Georgia. And there's an update to this. If you've heard this part, I'm not just going over it again. There's an update. Abby Martin was going to speak in Georgia on a media, the problems with media conference thing, what garbage mainstream media is. And in order to perform, to speak there, to perform, to speak, whatever, Georgia said she had to sign a contract that fucking gave her promise, that an actual contract that said she would never be involved or support the BDS movement, boycott, divest, and sanction movement, which is, most of you know, the movement to boycott, divest, and sanction Israel as long as they keep their apartheid state going, as long as they keep Palestinians in a prison, as long as they continue to attack and really oppress the Palestinians. So BDS movement, very important. Everybody should be looking into it and be a part of it. But apparently the Israel lobby, AIPAC, etc., have succeeded in getting several states to pass bills saying that in order to perform or speak in their state, if you're getting paid or you're getting an honorarium or whatever, you have to sign a contract saying you will never support BDS, which is fucking crazy. Because imagine where that could go. They could have you signing contracts for fucking anything. Hey, in order to work in Georgia, you got to sign a contract that says you will never speak out against factory farming. You got to sign a contract that you will never speak against factory farming and you love pork cracklings and you actually will eat pork cracklings. You got to sign a contract that you promise to eat pork cracklings every night at roughly 6 p.m. It's okay if you're a couple minutes late, but not much. And you got to eat at least 32 pork cracklings. You can blend them into like a shake, pork crackling shake, or you can put them into pork crackling cookies, or pork crackling bundt cake is a good one. Or you can actually put them in your coffee, pork crackling coffee. Or you can stick them in your ears. But that is all. Those are the, or you can take them suppository as well, because it does look the same going out as going in. So, it's pretty similar. But yeah, you got to sign that contract in order to speak or work in Georgia. I mean, where the fuck could it end? Like literally, they could have you sign something saying you will never criticize the Klan. Like, how the fuck? It's insane. And it obviously is a violation of freedom of speech in every fucking way. But they passed these bills because they wanted to go through the court system to see whether they could get it. Why not? Why not swing for the trees and, see what happens, swing for the fences. So anyway, let me show you. This is an article about the update. Abby Martin and others brought a lawsuit against Georgia. And she brought that lawsuit with, God damn it. What does CARE stand for again? The Council on American Islamic Relations. Here's the article. Breaking news. CARE and PCJF win major victory in federal lawsuit against Georgia's anti-Israel boycott law. Court rules anti-BDS law violates the First Amendment. As you can see, The plaintiff in the court case is Abby Martin. So the Georgia chapter of the Council on, oh, Jesus, it was in here. I spent all that time trying to find out what CARE stands for, and it's in the fucking document. God damn it, I'm going to flip this table. Okay. I'm not trying to get it under control. The Georgia chapter of the Council on American Islamic Relations, CARE, Legal Defense Fund, and the Partnership for Civil Justice Fund. See what I said about reading law documents? Fucking hell. Today welcomed a major victory in their lawsuit against Georgia's Israel boycott law after a federal district court ruled that the state of Georgia's 2016 law punishing boycotts of Israel is an unconstitutional violation of the First Amendment. In an order released today, Judge Mark Cohen, kind of funny that he's Jewish, huh? Judge Mark Cohen ruled that the University System of Georgia violated journalist and filmmaker Abby Martin's constitutional rights when it canceled her speaking engagement on a college campus because she refused to sign a state-mandated oath pledging not to engage in boycotts of Israel. Martin is a well-known advocate of BDS against Israel, which the court ruled is protected by the First Amendment. In 2016, Governor Deal signed into law SB 327, which requires any person or company that enters into a contract with the state of Georgia worth $1,000 or more to sign a loyalty oath, pledging not to engage in political boycotts of the Israeli government based on its treatment of Palestinians. I love that they're admitting that it's based on their treatment of Palestinians. I love that they're just like, yeah, what they do to the Palestinians is fucked up. So this bill will promise that you never mention that. Just sign right there, and it says you'll never talk about how holy shit what they're doing to the Palestinians is crazy. I just love that it says based on their treatment of the Palestinians, like because they're admitting that there is something wrong with the treatment of the Palestinians. If you just have to sign a loyalty oath saying you'll never talk about what the fuck is going on in Palestine being done by the Israeli troops because that's fucking crazy. But you'll never talk about it. Never mention that. Mention what? I didn't say anything. Mention who? What? No. What? I didn't mention what? I didn't say, but yeah, sign a loyalty oath that you'll never mention it. What do you mean mention what? Mention the thing that can't be spoken. Just sign right there that you'll never talk about. What do you mean you don't know what I'm saying? Just sign the goddamn form that you'll never talk about. Just sign it. It doesn't matter if you don't know. Just sign the fucking form. Anyway, this is a huge fucking win. This is massive because it hopefully will result in a continued striking down of these bananas bills that have passed in several states. Sorry, I don't have the list of states here, but that have passed this. But, someone needed to do it. Someone needed to take them to court so that a judge could say, listen, you're fucking insane. And here's the thing. Our court system, our criminal justice system is captured by the oligarchy. It's captured by the ruling elite. The laws have been written through the entirety of this country. The laws have largely been written by the rich and, let's be serious, rich white males. It used to be landowning, but now it's just uber rich white males. And so it is, even if you have judges that are like actually quasi unbiased, which is not a real thing. Everybody is biased. But even if you had that, which we don't, we have fucking awful, terrible judges who are part of the oligarchy. And, they have been selected for those posts because they believe in our unfettered capitalist empire. So that's how you get to become these judges. That is how you are selected. But even if we had wonderful, unbiased judges just looking at the laws and going, there it is right there. Even if we had that thing, the laws have been written by the ruling elite. However, that being said, there's a few in there that still support the people, support freedom of speech. And in this case, the judge, despite maybe not liking his decision. I don't know where he personally stands, but he was going by the letter of the law that it's fucking nuts to say a state could have you sign a contract to never mention something, to sign any kind of loyalty oath. I'll continue reading from the CARE article. In his 29-page decision, Judge Cohen identified extensive constitutional problems. That's a polite way to say that. Constitutional problems with Georgia's anti-BDS law. He held that the anti-BDS law prohibits inherently expressive conduct protected by the First Amendment, which, quote, burdens Martin's right to free speech. Judge Cohen also ruled that the anti-BDS law's requirement that Martin sign an oath to refrain from boycotting Israel is no different than requiring a person to espouse certain political beliefs. I mean, that's what it is. Or to engage in certain political associations. The court relied heavily on blah, blah, blah. So I'll put this link in the comment section as well if you want to read more about that court decision. But that is a big win for freedom of speech. It's a big win for people who support BDS, which I hope is also all of you, because, Israel can't maintain an apartheid state. We don't live in those times where that's cool anymore. There was a time where we were totally cool with apartheid states, okay? Back when people had on pantaloons and they said, I dare say, that was common. But yeah, back in that time, apartheid state was totes rad. But nowadays, we're trying to get to a place where that's not really a thing. And Israel thinks they can still live in fucking ancient times where they can have an apartheid state. So I say BDS is very important in getting them to stop that shit. And that's technical terminology. I got that from the legal briefs I was reading. All right, so let's see. I'm putting the link to that article in the comments section if you want to read more on that. Congratulations, Abby Martin. And congratulations, Abby Martin is fucking awesome in so many ways. But to fight that fight is wonderful, because I don't want to be in a court. I don't want to speak to lawyers. Who the fuck does? So she lost a speaking gig that is not that big a deal in her life. She moved on. It wasn't that big a deal in her life, but she chose to continue and be a part of this fight because of how important it was. And that's why it's fucking cool and it's courageous, but most importantly, it's time consuming. I like to create change. I like to stand up for what's right, but I don't want to spend hours Zoom calling with lawyers or be in court or talk to judges and watch them look down on you like you fucking don't belong to live. Did I say belong to live? Like you don't deserve to live. So yeah, here's the thing is that'd be, even if there were like something so massive and huge and just freedom of speech, and they're like, Lee, you should bring this lawsuit. I'd be like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I'd rather do other things. I'd rather sit at home and watch Seinfeld reruns from 25 years ago. So yeah, Abby Martin, fighting the good fight for all of us. Thank you, Abby. And yeah, that's it for today. But please share this. Please let people know about it. You can join me on Twitter at Lee Camp. Check out my podcast, Government Secrets, Common Censored. And yeah, Redacted Tonight, of course. There's a new Redacted Tonight all the time. If you go to leecamp.com, you can find the latest one. Like, why have you if you haven't watched the latest? And by the way, they're now embedded in the post at leecamp.com. Used to be, because I had an old website, I couldn't embed them. And so you go to leecamp.com and you click on New Redacted Tonight, and then you have to click again to go to portable.tv. Now you go to leecamp.com, open the post, scroll down, click play, watch the uncensored full half hour of Redacted Tonight at leecamp.com. If you haven't watched the latest episode, I mean, I think we can't be friends anymore. I think I've liked you a lot. I think we had some good times. It's we remember that time we won that frisbee golf tournament. So we had that. There was remember catching fireflies? Yeah. We did that. I mean, it was weird considering I was 35 at the time. I felt I was a bit old for catching fireflies, but I'm there for you. I was there for. I mean, we're done now, but I was there for you at the time, and I think we had good times. And it's just, if you're not gonna watch the latest episode of Redacted tonight, then I don't know what we're hanging on to here. I don't know what. Like I don't. Who are we? What is this? What is this we got going here? Like, no, I want to know. If you can't watch the latest episode of Redacted tonight, then why am I investing this time? Why am I, this is an important time in my life, and I just don't understand why we're in this if you can't even put up a half hour, give up a half hour to watch new Redacted tonight at leakcamp.com. So that's what I'm saying. And we had, look, it's been fun, but I just think it needs to be. I think we need to move on. We need to move on with our lives. If you can't do that, we had good. I agree. We had good times. Yes, there was that one awkward makeout, but in general, it was good times. And I think, listen, it's not me. It's you. You're a fucking asshole. Go watch Redacted tonight. It's not me. It's you. All right, guys. Thanks a lot for hanging out with me. Keep fighting.